Welcome back. The National Organization of Parents in Education, NAOPE, has welcomed the recent announcement of the school internet connectivity project, under which Telecom Namibia has partnered with the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture to provide reliable internet connectivity to 21 schools in the Kavango West Region. This project aims to improve digital access, support learning, strengthen school systems, and improve communication between schools and parents. Today, we are joined by Paulus Hauwanga, the founder and interim president of NAOPE, to share more about the organization's perspective on digital access and parental involvement in education. Good morning, sir, and welcome.
Good morning. It's so good to be here.
Thank you. Now, why is digital access in schools an important issue for parents represented by NAOPE?
Yeah, you know, we are in this age of the generation where we rely more on the timely flow and access to information, which has been enabled more effective by use of IT, technological use of, in terms of in any way of life, and went to no exception with regard to education. I should inform you from our organization, as the National Organization of Parents in Education, it has been a while that we have been involved in education of our children, being in the school boards. And we came to realize that we need to give more support to our educators across. And most of us, we happen to be exposed to higher institutions where the use of IT has really been taken advantage of, but which haven't been happening as much as one would want it to see at the level of the school, the pre-primary, secondary education. So this is actually good news, and we are excited, and we are happy, especially as NAOPE. When we saw this message coming through from the Kavango West, we are very aware that there is a system that's in place, the school link system, that we're supposed to utilize at its maximum capability in terms of access to online service within the intranet of the school. And our organization saw the need to see how parents can support through this system. You have seen what usually happens when we have the season of applying to schools. You always see this very unfortunate situation where parents are crowded around schools, overnighting around the school premises, want to have application forms so that they can apply for admission in the schools. When we see the IT connectivity being enhanced, especially with what the Telecom Namibia, through our I should really commend our CEO, Stanley Shanapanda, for coming through, partnering with our Ministry of Education to come up with this approach. It's a very, very wonderful thing, because we are now seeing as parents, we are no longer going to be crowding around the schools if we are going to utilize these services effectively. We can go now online service. This is why we are really excited and embracing this project.
Now, really zeroing in on the project, can you tell us what it's about? How do parents support teachers through this project?
You know, parent has been always there fully willing and ready to support our children's education. There are many projects that parents we have been doing with our school boards. When we are called to meetings, you always hear parental voluntary contributions. We have built school halls in the schools. We have bought school buses. We have paid for our learners tours. A lot of things that parents are involved in their children's education. At times when people are even debating about free access to education that our government has actually pledged and committed to, so we are seeing it being, by all effort, being implemented. But we are saying that no, now, as much as we are supporting, where we are investing, where we are contributing, how is the impact of our contribution to the aspect of teaching and learning, supporting our teachers to see that this process, our learners, this process, are able to have access to the delivery of quality education. Now we are saying as parents, this is the way to go. We will now be able to look into IT connectivities. What are the equipments and the devices, and how can we make use of this megabits per second that has been allocated to our children so that the teaching and learning can take place very, very effective in a current modern world. So I think for us, we are saying we will actually then throw our weight on technological use to ensure that on and off school premises, learners have access to education through ICT connectivity. Parents, we are able to have access to communication with our educators, teachers, education stakeholders. This is excitement we have that we will be able to now invest our resources, our money, our time in making use of this service being provided to us by our Telecom Namibia in partnership with our Ministry of Innovation, Sports, Youth and Culture. And we are really looking forward and we are excited about this. We can't wait to see how we can roll it out.
I can definitely feel the excitement.
Yes.
And a word that you keep really placing emphasis on is investment, to say this is not beyond just support, but it's really investment. As they say, it takes a village to raise a child. Now, how can digital systems improve the way parents engage with schools?
You know, even in terms of record keeping, if you go now at any particular school and ask and look at the meetings that we have, some schools will tell you parents are not turning up. Only certain schools will tell you the turn up in our school is very good. The use of ICT systems will now enable record keeping, be it meeting notice, meeting minutes. We can be able to share this information on the tip of our finger by through digital use of connectivity of devices. Most of us parents, as you can see me, I'm having my handset. We can get this information. Remember, information is power. An enlightened parent is a very cooperative, supportive, and ready to step in terms of ensuring we do our part. So we are seeing that this is really going to help us a lot. Even in terms of homework, many of us parents, we are struggling at home sometimes to get into how we can assist in articulating our children's homework. But the use of technology, even as for now, those who have access to internet in their homes, they are much easier to help their children with their homework compared to those who are not, because they can easily access internet, content online that can be able to do so. So we are seeing that this one, on the part of the parent, it will really put us in a very better position to be able to work and access and timely. You know, we're just listening now to smart city. And this is a way. A smart city it's an inclusive environment you are creating, a digital community, and this will also be at the level of education. And we are going to see the delivery of quality education if we are going to utilize this ICT connectivity in a very effective, productive way.
Now, earlier on, we alluded to particularly Kavango West, but beyond that, how does NAOPE ensure that parents across different regions are informed about developments in education?
Yes, and this is actually where NAOPE is coming in. That's why we are a national organization of parents in education. We are at the moment busy working on the network, working on bringing every parent on the awareness that your parental involvement in your child's education, it's actually mandatory. It's constitutionally binding in terms of Article 20. We should make sure every Namibian child have access, not only those who are in town. even at the village. So now what we are doing now, we have in our establishment of our organization a portfolio at the national level, regional level, branch at the circuit level. And even so in the schools, that's how we are going to support them. In the school board, we are working with our school boards. There are parents in the school boards, but without our support as a community, it cannot work. So we have established a portfolio of a secretary for information technology, digital, and AI. We cannot deny, in the current world where we find ourselves, we need to work with the use of technology, the effective use of information sharing, using this information for education. So what we are going to do as NAOPE, we are now to reach out to parents and let them really see how they can have access to every information they need to ensure that we do our part.
Regardless of where they are, yes.
Yes, we do our part. It's not the issue of maybe waiting on the result, the graduation. Where were we in the whole process? Especially the university, tertiary institutions. Most of them, they've got intranets. But most of us parents, we have no idea. You can't even know whether your child is really registered or not. You can't even see the result of your child. At the university level, we're supposed to have access. When I register my child at the school, at the secondary or tertiary, I should be able to have access to my child's information, and I can log on, and the information that's been displayed to me, it will help me to make an informed decision. What now? I see the bill of my child.
Yes.
I see the outstanding payments. I see there will be a meeting. Then I prepare myself much better than you sending me a letter, and then when I'll come after, and then from work, I find on my table, the meeting is tomorrow, and I'm supposed to do this project and that, but when it's online, I will be prompted on my device. Especially a tertiary institution. It's already effective. But what we are saying here, can the institution give us access as parents so that we can link, we can get in with our password? And this is what we want to reach out to the parents, even to our viewers, to say, here we are. We have been there, but we are only as NAOPE coming in to enhance the relationship that's already there. Our parents who are in the school board, remember, the school governance is entrusted in the school board. And it's also mandatory that parents should be in majority in the school boards. Doing what? What are we doing? We should embrace the use of this digital connectivity of internet so that everyone must come on board.
Definitely about everybody coming on board, and you've spoken so extensively and passionately about why parents should be involved from learner level all the way to tertiary level. Now, if you had to just single out a few points, what are NAOPE's current priorities in strengthening this parental participation in education? What are the priority areas?
The priority area is that we really want to engage our service provider, our educators, to ensure that parents should only not come and register their learners and go home, come to the meeting, that most cases it's not even enough time for parents to engage with the teachers or the school board. Just to be informed, and there's no time. What we want is a roll-out program from the Ministry of Education to the parents. It's one-sided if you look at it. Teachers, educators, directors, and so on, circuit inspectors, workshop here, workshop there, training there, capacity building there. We have left adult education even on. That's why we want these connectivities, because it will enable us in terms of e-learning. As adult education, which will be, you see, there's a lot of now fraud online. Our parents, as parents, we are exposed so much.
Yes.
But when we have this digital literacy, it will help us. But in terms of education, the priority areas, for now, if you do just by random research, you will discover that most of the parents who are serving in the school boards, there's no formal training. There's no formal program. Most of us in the school board, you'll find us, we are focusless. If you want to be focused, you go to the school management, go to the constituency committees. They are well informed. All the correspondence, all the circulars, all the notices. They give you the information that they think you may need it. And if you are a parent who will want to show more interest, even in terms of executing and implementing the Education Act, you are likely to miss many meetings because you know,
Definitely.
it's very unfortunate. So what we are saying is the focus should be parental involvement, not only by its words, operational and practice. Parents we should roll out practical programs that should bring an enlightenment, empowerment, capacity building on the parents as first initial educators to the children.
Definitely.
When the platform is created, then things can work out for us.
Indeed, when the platforms are there, we must take full advantage of them.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time, sir.
You are welcome.